Words with a Dragon, Keith Graham. Marcus woke up early to make breakfast. He started the fire and put a kettle on to boil. The sun was just coming up, and the birds were making a great deal of noise. The sun's rays were just starting to peek over the hills. Marcus walked out the back door to enjoy the start of the morning. He caught something out of the corner of his eye, and he froze. There was a large blue dragon sitting near the barn. It was watching him. There was no sense in running. He knew that the dragon was his grandmother, Mjörgen, but he had never seen her before, except from a distance. He knew that she was not exactly safe. "Hello, grandmother," he said. "Hello, Marcus." She seemed to smile. Her voice was deep and full of rumbles, not at all like anyone else's grandmother's voice. She sat still, poised like a cat. Her great wings were folded neatly on her back, and her front legs were folded in front of her. Marcus could see that the deep blue of her scales was shot with streaks of gray. He did not know how old she was, but his father was 64 years old, so she might be 90. "Marcus, I need to talk to you." "Yes, grandmother." "Come a little closer so I can see you. I promise I won't eat you." She laughed. It sounded like a wicked laugh to Marcus, but he decided that he should trust her. She was so large that she could have easily knocked down his cabin with one swipe of her arm and then eaten him. "That's better," she said as he walked towards her. "My eyes aren't as strong as they used to be. I can see you now. How you look like your grandfather. He had those bright eyes and brooding brow, too. He would look at me and melt my heart." Marcus felt embarrassed, but Mjörgen just laughed. At that moment, Tony, who was staying at Marcus's place, came out, rubbing his eyes. Tony was 10 years old, but his mind remained that of a younger child. He could be a good friend and companion, but he had no sense and could be a pain in the ass. "Hello, Tony," Mjörgen called in her fiery voice. Tony never wanted to get up in the morning, and Marcus was surprised to see him. When Tony saw her, he called out, "Grandmother," and started running towards her. Marcus caught Tony by the shoulder and held him back. "Stop, Tony. She may be your grandmother, but she is still dangerous." "Not just dangerous, Marcus. I am very dangerous, or at least I used to be. I've eaten many boys in my life. They are sweet and full of life." Mjörgen laughed, and a spout of dragon fire shot from her mouth and over their heads. Marcus took a step back, pushing Tony behind him. "Oh, stop worrying, Marcus. I just had breakfast. I was only joking anyway. My days of killing children are over. I need to retire." Marcus did not understand, and the expression on his face showed it. "Yes, Marcus, I have to leave. I can't live like this anymore. I've been a dragon for almost 60 years. A person gets tired of it. I don't have the black heart that I used to have. I don't think that I could eat a young man like Tony, no matter how hungry I was. Where will you go? Where can you go? Are you going to go into the cave on Bald Mountain and never come out?" "No, I have a place waiting for me. I'll fly east to the Crab Islands. You can see it on a clear day. There are a string of islands that turn south for 2 days of travel. Eventually, there is an island with a tall, conical mountain in the middle. It is named Draconia. This is where dragons go when they retire. I will spend the rest of my days there, enjoying the sun and the ocean." "Don't go, grandmother," said Tony. "I love you, even if you do eat people once in a while." Tony was thinking about a few ruffians in town that he thought should be eaten. "I love you too, Tony, but it is time. I have trouble catching my dinner, and I haven't eaten anybody in the last few years." Tony could not stand it and broke free from Marcus. He ran up to Mjörgen and threw his arms up, hugging one of her great forelegs. Mjörgen gently nuzzled the boy. She looked up at Marcus and said, "Get this fellow away from me. I am very hungry, and he smells tasty." Marcus ran forward, grabbed Tony, and stepped back 20 paces. Mjörgen laughed again, sending great fountains of fire into the sky. "You Quins could never understand my jokes." She laughed again. "Seriously, though, I can't keep eating people anymore. I've changed over the years. I don't have the same fire as I used to. Once I wanted revenge on the world for taking your grandfather. I wanted to kill anything and anyone who got in my way. But no longer. I've lost what it takes to be a dragon." "I thought that once a dragon, always a dragon." "So did I, but I don't feel like a dragon these days. I want to stop and rest and sit on a beach and watch the waves." "That's good, I guess. It has to be tough being a dragon." "It was wonderful fun for all of these years. I liked eating one of DeMarco's men every once in a while. I liked letting the Duke wonder when he might be next. Not only that, but I also like fresh barbecue. She laughed loudly. Now I am getting old. I regret never catching up with the young Duke, but I can't fight anymore. I'm afraid that I might not be able to win a really tough fight. Retirement sounds great. I'll miss you, although there are a few people who won't. Elizabeth's baby is due in a few weeks. You should stay around to see your great-granddaughter. I will be leaving when the winds change at the end of the summer, so there should be time. Anyway, she continued, that's why I wanted to talk to you. When I leave, there won't be anyone to take on the family business. Elizabeth and Robert will have a child to take care of, and Tony is too gentle a soul. I was thinking that you might make a good dragon after I've gone. I don't know about that. I don't want to eat anyone, not even DeMarco. You'll find that it's easier than you think. In fact, you'll find it's harder not to do it at all. Those goons of his sometimes have a nice flavor. It comes from drinking so much beer. I really don't think so. It doesn't sound like me at all. Well, think about it, she said. I'll be around for a little while, but I can feel the end coming. I want to give you something, just in case. Murgen reached behind her wing and pulled out a small purple sack. Take this. Marcus took it and opened the sack, looking inside. There was a glass vial with a cork stopper. What's this? He asked. It is a few drops of my blood. If anything happens to me and you change your mind, just take a sip and that's all it takes. Just a drop. You mean I would become a dragon? Only if you need to. I mean, if you really need to. Only if your hatred has reached the point where there is nothing else left. Then you will become a dragon. You have to need to become a dragon, not just want to. I don't know, grandmother. I am not a dragon sort of person. Keep it. You don't have to use it right away. It is good to have as a last resort when all else is lost. Okay, I'll hold on to it, but don't expect much of me. That's all I wanted to hear. I could be a dragon, little Tony protested, not wanting to be outdone by his cousin. Couldn't you give me a bottle of blood too, just in case? You are my backup, Tony, Marcus said. If anything happens to me, you inherit everything. Marcus could almost see the wheels turning in Tony's head as he considered the ramifications of being Marcus Quinn's heir. She laughed, aiming fire at the sky, and took off with a great leap.